So yes, Gavin Newsom says Ron DeSantis will get thumped if he runs against Trump. I tell him to pack up and wait a few years. All right, let's check it out. California Governor Gavin Newsom has some advice for Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Don't run against former President Donald Trump or you'll get thumped. During an MSNBC interview with former White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki that aired on Sunday, Newsom was asked what he thinks DeSantis' next political move should be. He's going to get rolled by Trump. Trump's just going to roll him. What? Hold on. He's going to get rolled by Trump. Trump's just going to roll him. Thumped, Newsom said. And again, that's really the smell that's in the air. I honestly, if I were offering him political advice, I'd tell him to pack up and wait a few years and actually do some of the hard work, which actually includes governing, not just identity and cultural work. And again, that's not even that's real shit. You feel me? Like just on from some general like career political advice. Yeah, that's pretty much what anybody with a clear mind would tell Ron DeSantis. It would be like, stay in your seat, do a little bit more, solidify a few more things, because that is the truth. A lot of what Ron DeSantis is doing, especially like with Disney and shit right now, it's just theater. He's just putting on a show for Republicans nationwide. So, and much of what the grandstanding that he's done has been a lot of theater. Ron DeSantis, again, he's 45. Yeah, he hasn't done much with his political career. He's very popular. So again, yeah, that's pretty much any political strategist who isn't nuts basically would say that. You're like, nah, don't run against Trump, man. Just wait it out. So yeah, so actually, again, that from Gavin Newsom is pretty sound. That would be my advice. Come back as a more seasoned and capable leader with a little humility, which, by the way, he can use a little of. Now, again, like stuff like this, obviously, like now we're, I mean, anyone could say that, but that's more of like a dig. But again, if you're just talking about like just pure objective reasoning, then yeah, then him solidifying more with his record as the governor of Florida, waiting for Trump to really just kind of get off the scene entirely, as well as, again, just giving himself more of a time to build a reputation across the country. Newsom also called his Florida counterpart's policies weakness masquerading as strength. Both Newsom and DeSantis are seen as potential contenders for the presidency in their respective parties. Newsom has denied that he plans to run in 2024, citing the recall election he faced in California in 2021. Yeah, he's not gonna run for the same reason that he advised Ron DeSantis to not run. Stay in California, do a little more, build up your reputation, get out and about. It's really, Gavin Newsom and Ron DeSantis really are in the same position in terms of the Republican Party and the Democratic Party's kind of potential future leadership, the face of potential future leadership. But regardless, Gavin Newsom's definitely going to remain a heavy hitter within the Democratic establishment, without a doubt. He has very strong job security within politics in corporate America. Okay, so Newsom has done. Okay, we just read that. DeSantis has also not announced a 2024 run, but he is viewed as one of the GOP's most prominent figures and a key potential challenger to Trump. It's kind of interesting to think about it just in general. Ron DeSantis and Gavin Newsom pretty much are in the same position. Newsom and DeSantis have been at loggerheads for months. Newsom and DeSantis have been sparring for months. Loggerheads. I don't know if I've ever read that word before, actually. I think that's new. We've been at loggerheads for quite some time. In July, DeSantis attacked Newsom after Newsom put up an ad in the Sunshine State enticing Floridians to move to California. He put an ad up in Florida. Say, hey, come on to California. Florida is definitely a wild state, but it's significantly cheaper than California. I will say that. I wouldn't particularly want to live in Florida, at least not at this point in my life. But just in general, California is pretty expensive. But the cultures are night and day. Okay, and it quoted, California is driving, DeSantis said, California is driving people away with their terrible governance. DeSantis said, they are hemorrhaging population. It's almost hard to drive people out of a place like California, given their natural advantages, yet they're finding a way to do it. And again, that is true. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I know a lot of people so far in my following are from California. I've been to California numerous of times. California really is an amazing state, just in terms of what all is there. You know what I'm saying? Like the natural resources, the culture. There's so many people, yet there's still so much space. I like living here in the Northeast, in the New Jersey, New York area, and at least at this point in my life, I would prefer to be here just because it's so much. It's faster. Shit, it's just a different culture for what I need right now. But yeah, no, California really is an incredible place. It really is. There's so much. It's just so much shit going on there. It's really cool. Newsom, meanwhile, has slammed DeSantis on everything from gay rights to migration across the southern border. This month, he mocked DeSantis during an event in Florida, making a quip about Disney's lawyers outmaneuvering DeSantis. He said, I guess there's a new sheriff in town, Newsom told insiders Kimberly Leonard on April 1st. It's Mickey Mouse back on top. They just throw mad jabs at each other, going back and forth. Which again, now more and more they are really in the same position. Man, Ron DeSantis really should go ahead and just not run. Let this shit really pan out. But go ahead, yeah, just don't run, man. And I'm not. I'm just, if he runs, it's it'll really be a brash, a really just unnecessary move on his part for his career. Newsom appeared to be referencing a comment DeSantis made in February when the Florida governor held an event to strip Disney World of its self-governing status and declared that there's a new sheriff in town. Disney has in recent weeks outplayed DeSantis and found a loophole to keep power over the land around Walt Disney World in Orlando in perpetuity. DeSantis now says he's considering new taxes and tolls to punish Disney World for the power play. Yeah, man. Trump gonna be roasting Ron DeSantis on this shit. He already been roasting him because the Republican Party is in such a bad position in this election. They just are. Because Trump is like a giant keloid on the Republican Party's ass that just keeps growing and getting bigger. Big ass keloid, big ass booty keloid. Motherfucker just keep on growing. And every time you cut it off, it just grow back. Motherfucker, this Donald Trump is like a leech on this party, and they can't do nothing with him. It's so funny. Representatives for DeSantis did not immediately. I'm gonna start calling Trump booty keloid. People gonna be like, what? Representatives for DeSantis did not immediately respond to insiders' request for comment. Oh, that's so funny. It's so funny just again because like even is like, if Donald Trump doesn't like go to prison, which no one should hold their breath about, or die or some shit, or go third party, it's like no matter what happens, he has enough of the party to where Joe Biden really could kind of just do what he did last time, just fucking sleep in his basement, and the Republican Party's just going to be having to deal with Donald Trump, and Joe Biden's just going to waltz into his second term.